Hey guys, it is Tanya and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be building an eco farm in the sky. Well, an eco farm on a penthouse. This is a penthouse farming build. But before we get started, I wanted to give a massive thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of classes for creative and curious people. Explore new skills, develop existing interests, and get lost in creativity. They have classes in everything from business, finance, self-improvement, making YouTube content, and more. I really enjoyed Ekta Chaudhry's indoor gardening, grow houseplants, veggies, and herbs. Like many of you, I've been having my Sims get into a little bit of gardening and farming lately, and so I wanted to learn a bit about it myself. Ekta not only shows off various plants for beginner plant parents, but discusses signs that your plants might be in distress, as well as various types of gardening, from growing veggies and flowers to having an indoor herb garden to enhance your cooking. And I love how there is a huge focus on gardening in small spaces. Whether you're looking to fend off boredom or pick up a new skill or two, Skillshare has got you covered. And they were generous enough to offer the first 1,000 people who click the link in my description down below a free trial of the Skillshare Premium membership. And it's only about $10 a month after that. Thank you so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. Now let's get to that eco farm in the sky. Hi again. I guess I already explained what this is going to be, but basically I wanted to do some sort of modern eco build on top of a penthouse and have sort of that farming lifestyle or eco lifestyle, kind of combining cottage living and eco lifestyle into a penthouse in San Myshuno. I don't think I've actually ever completed a penthouse before. I've always wanted to do one, and the amount of times I've given it a go and scrapped it and it's never come to the channel is quite a large number. But this is the first one I'm actually really happy with, so I'm so excited to share it with you guys. I think it came out really cute. It ends up being sort of just like a modern structure and then lots of greenery, and there's a greenhouse. Actually, there's two of them. There's one that's like a separate structure, and then there's one attached to the house. There's lots of spaces to just hang out. We have chickens and a big pool and just a lot of things. This ends up being a 4-bedroom, I think only 2-bathroom house. And it's got like a very big like living space. There's actually 2 living rooms in here. One of them I waited until like the last minute to furnish because I wasn't sure what I wanted to turn the room into, but I think it would make a really nice skill building room or maybe like a hangout room or a bar, because this is also a house that I feel like would work really nice for having large gatherings and parties. But I don't know. It was just a really fun one and something different for me to do. And I wasn't imagining this was for a family, but it definitely could be. I decorated all 4 of the bedrooms to be double beds and not with like a strong personality to any of them other than the general concept of this being more of a like modern eco house. But you can see I put those little gardening plots down that we got with cottage living. We're starting to plan out the pool. I also used these like rock garden planter things that are from the Show Live Edit Objects catalog with cottage living. I thought that those look nice, and I'm trying to figure out some of the trees and just kind of grabbing a bunch of things that I think I might use, but I'm not entirely sure about yet, and trying to figure something out from that. And of course, you know, messing around with the pool trim. I do actually end up having a much different shaped pool than that, and then this is going to be the first greenhouse area, so I'm just pulling out a roof here, turning it to a glass roof, and then I'm going to make it curved a little bit later. But I wanted there to be like greenery outside and on the different levels. We have some trees around. There is a ladder up to the roof. There's going to be solar panels and wind turbines and just a lot. There's so many planters on this lot. I don't think I'm going to fill them up before I like take the screenshots and stuff, because I already did the screenshots for the thumbnail, but not like all of the screenshots. And I didn't fill up all the plots. I feel like that would have been a lot. And I assumed if you guys decide you would like to download this build, that you would probably want to fill it with all of your own crops, not whatever random ones I grabbed off the gallery or had my Sims plant. So I left them open. Hopefully you guys are okay with that. Let me know what you think for future reference if I do any other builds that have a lot of farming and gardening, and I'm sure there'll be more because I'm still loving cottage living so much. It's, I think, my favorite expansion pack at this point. It has been such a blast to build with. But if you guys would like to download this build, it will be available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi. You can also find it under the hashtag Miss Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. As you can see here, the pool got a lot bigger and a much different shape. I do like that shape. It's a little bit different, and I also needed to fill up a lot of space out here because that's another thing I have problem with the penthouses. The lots are so big. I don't know how to fill up the space, and I know there's one that's slightly smaller than this one, but because of the shape of this building and the look of all the glass on it and the greenery, I thought that this particular concept would work best on this particular lot. But I'm open to maybe trying another penthouse build on, I think the smaller one, I don't remember what neighborhood it's in. I think this one's in the Fashion District. I think the other one might be in the Arts Quarter. I don't know, but if you guys have any penthouse ideas that you would like to see, maybe I can give it another go. I feel like I just always scrap penthouses, but I've wanted to do them for so long, so maybe it's the time. It's the time to do that. I've also just been in a mood lately to build bigger things. You might have noticed some bigger things on the channel over the last week or so, and I'm sure there'll be more. It's just something has been inspiring me, and I think that something is cottage living, to be honest. But anyway, I just placed down the pool ladders, and now we're getting a table. This is actually one of the picnic benches from Batu, and I placed an umbrella through that. And also, I'm grabbing some more debug stuff. There's this like long decorative planter from the Shall I Vet Objects catalog for Eco Lifestyle, and I'm filling that up with a bunch of plants that came with cottage living. I just think that it fits so nicely in this space behind these loungers by the pool. So I was pretty happy with that, trying to get a lot of colors of plants. We're also using some more Shall I Vet Objects of these other little planters that I think are from one of the like flower gardens or community gardens in base game, and you see them a couple of times throughout the worlds after that as well. And the greenhouse actually probably has the least amount of plants of all the places in this build. It has a couple of different planters in there, and then I also put a chicken coop in there, which I thought was kind of cute. That way you don't have chickens like roaming around at the edge of a like high-rise penthouse where they could walk off. Obviously that wouldn't happen because it's The Sims and routing and all of that sort of stuff, but I thought for the realism of it, if you were going to have chickens on a penthouse, maybe have them in the greenhouse, or maybe you would have had them like indoor somewhere. I'm not sure, but I thought it would be cute. I didn't really love the idea of having like cows and llamas up here, but I thought having chickens would be really cute. I could probably see maybe having like bunnies as well, or birds, like putting the birdhouse or the bunny house somewhere in an apartment or in like on a penthouse. Maybe those are things I will look into in the future, but I did pop the chicken coop into that greenhouse, got some pool floaties going on. Also grabbed some of these rugs. These ones are from Laundry Day. I think they worked really nicely for the style of this build. And then getting some more plants in these beautiful stone planters, and also some decorative plants around as well. So it looks like we have a variety. Also, please ignore this third floor that I'm placing all of these wind turbines on right now. It's only shown briefly, and I don't even think I show me building it because I quickly get rid of it. And I'm like, I don't want a third floor. Why am I doing that? I just thought it looked kind of silly. So that's going to be going away really soon. So pay no mind to that. I made some decisions, and getting rid of that was one of them. There we go. It's gone. I also used the pergola over on the left side of the build. So it's more of a covered outdoor space, but you're not viewing the whole city. It's a little bit more of a private like oasis in the middle of a large city. I liked that quite a bit. So I did that. We have lots of glass roofs. Some of these I end up getting rid of, or maybe I get rid of all of them. I think I get rid of all of them, honestly. The like glass panels that I have on the very top of the build, because I ended up building walls below them that didn't make sense. So they looked really wonky with how the floor plan worked out. So on the first floor, there is like the main primary bedroom that's way bigger than the rest. And then the top floor has 3 other bedrooms that are all pretty decent in size. They all comfortably fit a double bed and dressers and all of that. It's just the one downstairs is a lot bigger and has access to a bigger bathroom, which is also like the main bathroom for the first floor. I thought about having it as an ensuite, but then I liked it better as like a main bathroom. You'll see when we get to that. I'm just like telling you all the things as I think of them. But I put a bunch of these hydroponic planters outside as well, and I'm also going to be getting some vertical planters in a variety of locations. Like I said, you're going to be able to plant so many things here. So many things. I got some vertical planters and regular planters in the greenhouse as well. So placing those down now. And actually one of my favorite things about these new garden plots that I have outside, you can walk over them, so you can have so much stuff close together. I really like that. I also loved putting these vertical planters like in front of these windows downstairs, back to back like that. I thought it saved some space, and I also got some greenery up on the roof. I thought that that was a nice touch to this space, and there's a lot of outdoor spaces to sit. There's a lot of places to sit in this build in general, with 2 living rooms, multiple outdoor lounging spaces, a pool. If you want to sit down, you got a place to sit down. You're all good on that. And I use a lot of green outside, but inside I think it is mostly like black, white, and that really bright wood tone that we're using, that eco lifestyle wallpaper. Still one of my favorite wallpapers in the game. It's so beautiful. I feel like nothing is ever going to top it, but I do really like some of the ones that we got with cottage living as well, the new ones. I've been having so much fun with that pack, but here we are trying to figure out where to put the elevator. There are some necessary items you need to put in a penthouse lot. One is an elevator, another one is a mailbox, like an apartment mailbox, and then the third one is a trash chute. So you don't really need a regular trash can. I just put it in the kitchen, so instead of having to have a little trash can that you empty into the trash chute, I just have my Sims throw everything in the trash chute. I thought that that would be convenient. Anyway, up here I was thinking there was going to be 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms for some reason, but I rework it so it can be 3 bedrooms and 1 bathroom instead. So you'll see that in a little while. And then this is where I'm figuring out where the primary bedroom and the main bathroom for the floor is going to be, or for the whole house. And then when you first come in from the elevator, you're going to be in the kitchen space, and then there's going to be a door in the dining area that opens up to outside. And then there'll be the more casual main living space directly next to that, a big open concept room with sliding glass doors into an additional living space, which I wouldn't say is more formal. It's all pretty modern. It's just a little bit more closed off, and it also has like a desk in there, so it could be a workspace or a party space, just like a little bit further away from everything else, I suppose. I also did use platforms in this, so I had to add some more to the outside to make sure your Sims could actually get out, because all of the different levels. I could have used regular stairs. I just thought the platforms look nicer, especially in a more modern build like this. I feel like having those long stairs look more modern for some reason. So very happy that platforms don't seem to have that glitch anymore where they jump up to like different heights when you add walls, because that was infuriating, because platforms are so cool and I was so happy to get them. So having problems with them for the longest time was just very upsetting. Anyway, in the kitchen here, I am working on the cabinetry. I already figured out the layout in here. It's fairly simple. I will be adding a wall at the edge of the kitchen though, to have like a little bit more separation from the kitchen to the dining space. And I don't mean like a wall all the way across, like a singular wall right there. Yeah. I wanted it to be all very open, but to feel like it was structured. I also tried having double stoves. You can do that by like putting a stove in a counter and then raising it up above another one. But I ended up getting rid of that in the end because it just looked awkward and I didn't really know how to fix it. And I think it was just the layout of this kitchen. It wasn't big enough and I didn't have the space because I felt like the fridge needed to go there. So we just have a regular oven in here and then a cooktop on the island. And I think it came out pretty cute. I was really happy with this. I'm also using this like broken up stone. I think that one's from Jungle Adventure. I used it outside in the like main living area outside as well as in the greenhouse. And I just thought it was really nice. And I liked the contrast between the broken up stone and the really modern cabinets from Dream Home Decorator. I definitely used a lot of Dream Home Decorator and Eco Lifestyle in this build, and a bunch of random touches from Cottage Living as well. That was definitely the goal. These new hanging lamps that I have, these pendants that are over the dining table as well as over the kitchen island, that is from Cottage Living. I really like that. There's some really beautiful lights in that. I think my favorite is probably like the more modern black wall light. I can't think of what you would call it, but it's got like a peaked top and it's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to be getting so much use out of that. I think that one is probably my favorite light from that pack. And then we are working on the living space that is connected. I do use a sectional sofa. I'm going to be rotating it to be on this other wall that I'm creating right now, though, because the layout I had right now kind of felt like it closed off the space and there wasn't really good space for a TV or any kind of entertainment, and it felt a little awkward. So I do rotate it to be the other direction, which I think flows a little bit better for the layout of this space. And I'm also getting a couple of cabinets over here by the dining space surrounding a fireplace, which I thought was super cozy. And I just enjoyed cluttering them up. They're not too cluttered. I have like some vases and plants, some books. I have that little blue jay feather, some fruits that are probably from the kitchen, and a record player as well. But here I am rotating that couch around so that it is facing the other way because it didn't make a whole lot of sense. And I think this works a whole lot better. You guys can let me know what you think. At least for like TV placement, it did. I also got rid of these little square rooms because I was originally thinking that the larger bathroom I created was going to be an ensuite. I was thinking we were going to have like these small bathrooms, one coming into this room, one going into the room next door. But I ended up getting rid of both of them in the end. They were not necessary, and they're just like a wonky thing that was there for quite a long time, even though I didn't end up using them. But this is how the living space is turned out, and then we're moving upstairs to try and figure out how to squeeze a third bedroom into this space, which I think worked out pretty easily. I was happy with the decision to do this because it was just kind of an awkward layout to begin with, having 3 bathrooms and 2 bedrooms, and I don't know why I did it that way, but I'm glad I fixed it. I also added a little bug house out here as well as a bee house. Beekeeping box. There we go. I got it in the end. I was like, what do I call that? And then there is candle making and flower arranging outside. I know right now they're like at the edge of a platform, so they wouldn't work, but I do move them. And then we have some dew collectors as well. I wanted to have a lot of the eco lifestyle elements, so you can probably live off the grid if you would like to. I don't think I set this lot to off the grid, but you easily could if you wanted to. You probably don't have enough solar panels and wind turbines and dew collectors and stuff as you would probably need. I've only played a little bit of gameplay using that lot trait, and I always underestimate how many things I need, and I'm like, oh, I need a bigger lot. I need so much more stuff. So you might need to add more if you guys download this. I'm not entirely sure, or maybe you don't have to play it off the grid and you can just like sell the power that you're gaining. I mean, you're really high up in the sky in a penthouse. I feel like you'd be getting a lot of solar energy probably. Anyway, I don't know how that works. That might have been a very silly statement and you're like, you don't know what you're talking about. And I own that. I do not fully know how it works. Anyway, this is the primary bedroom now. I did get another fireplace in here. We have some closets. I really like the little plants they have on the wall over by the bedside table that are from Dream Home Decorator. I also have this vanity that is absolutely stunning from Vintage Glamour. And I paired it with a chair from Tiny Living. We got some more plants in here. I think there's plants in every room of this house because it just made sense for like a gardener or farmer or eco lifestyle enthusiast to have plants all over their space for decorations as well as like a hobby they have. So there's plenty of them everywhere. Oh, and I got to use the new basket of pillows and blankets from Cottage Living. It's so cute. I've absolutely loved the similar basket. It's not that similar. It's just like has the same type of things in it that we got with Eco Lifestyle. So I was so excited when we got a new one with Cottage Living. I still keep forgetting it exists though and wanting to grab the other one. So I have to keep reminding myself that this one exists, and I'm going to be getting so much use out of it hopefully soon because it's just one of those items that you're going to be able to use in like every build. I feel like there was a lot of those that came with Cottage Living. There was that one. I'm trying to think. The kitchen set, I feel like it's going to be relatively versatile, not completely. The fridge, so more so though, because even if you don't have like an older style or a cottage or country style house, Smeg fridges are so popular and like sought after, and so I could see that being something that is used quite a lot. Also, the couch, it's so pretty. I don't know. There's a lot of items. I know I'm just like blanking right now because this is a really long voiceover, but there's a lot of beautiful items from that pack that I am so happy to have. Anyway, I just talked over the first upstairs bedroom. Like I said, none of these have like particular personalities to them. I just wanted to have a bunch of bedrooms, so whoever you wanted to live here or stay here, there would be space for them. I didn't imagine a family here, but I wasn't really sure who I did imagine here, so I kept the bedrooms fairly neutral. But you could definitely fix it up and have a family. I bet you could have some fun, like, kid activities outside. For some reason, though, I find the penthouse is kind of scary because it looks like your Sims could just walk off the side of the building. I did add some fences, but it still looks super dangerous. And I know it's not because it's The Sims, but it looks terrifying. So anyway, this is the final of the bedrooms, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, this is the final bedroom. It's like pink and gray, and I think it's super cutesy. I really like this one. I don't know which one would be my favorite. My favorite bed is definitely the primary bedroom downstairs. I think it's such a beautiful bed and like similar to what I have in real life, simple and gray. I love gray. I've always loved gray. I have a problem. Like everything I own is gray. But then this is going to be that outdoor space that I said is a little bit more of a private oasis in the middle of the city. I really liked this. There just ends up being a couple of yoga mats out here as well as a chess table. And I just think it looks really pretty and cozy and, I don't know, peaceful. I think that's what I was going for, is peaceful. Let me know if I achieved that. I know it's really simple. There's not that much out there, but I didn't want it to be overcluttered, especially because it's hard to see under there anyway. And then this is the other living room that I left unfurnished until the last minute because I didn't know what to put in here. And there's probably better options to put in here. I could have put like a piano. I don't know why, but I could have put a piano. But I end up having bookcases, some couches, and I believe a desk in here and a globe bar as well. So fairly simple furnishings, but another place for your Sims to hang out and actually have a computer in the house because I didn't have another space that I put one. But you could easily convert a bedroom into an office space if you would prefer. But with that, we are finally coming to the end of this very, very long voiceover. I hope you guys enjoyed this build just as much as I enjoyed building it. It was such a blast, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. That really does help me out. You can also subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and if you click that bell, it'll turn on notifications to be notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.